This story starts from a concert where a lot of people came. Everyone was having a lot of fun, but it is shown that suddenly some parasites fell on the ground from the sky. One of the parasites comes in the concert and goes into a boy's ear. As soon as it went into the boy's ear, it felt as if the parasite had taken the boy under its control. Seeing this, the boy's face split into 5 parts, and he had now become a monster. Now, with big tentacles made of its mouth parts, attacks all the people who came to the concert. He was killing everyone here one by one, and that's why there is a lot of chaos here. The scene cuts, and we are shown a girl named Su-in in a mall. She works as a cashier here, where today, when a customer misbehaves with her, Su-in ignores him because she didn't want to cause trouble for herself, but the way she ignores the customer makes him angry. He was waiting outside the mall to take revenge on Su-in. As soon as Su-in leaves the mall, this boy hits her brother with his car first, and as soon as Su-in falls, he gets out of his car and attacks her badly with a knife. Su-in was very much injured. That boy threw her there on the side of the road. It is seen that where Su-in was injured, there was also a parasite that went inside Su-in's body from her wound. When Su-in regained consciousness, she found herself in the hospital. Here, her uncle was also present, who is a police officer. He was worried about Su-in. He asks Su-in, "What happened to you?" Su-in tells him that a man attacked her with a knife. In response, the doctor standing next to her tells Su-in that if you had been attacked, there were not even wounds marks on your body. And hearing this, Su-in was also shocked and worried because the way he was attacked, she didn't believe that she would be able to survive. Now, the scene cuts. We are shown a boy named Kang-woo. He is a body hunter and has come to kill a gangster at this time. The gangster had a lot of security with him, and when he couldn't kill the gangster, his life was in danger. To save his life, he runs away from here and goes to his sister's house, where he notices that his sister was behaving very strangely. When Kang-woo asks her about his younger sister, she says that she has gone out, but the strange thing was that her phone and all the important things were at home. Kang-woo also sees an invitation from an organization on this table. About this, he does not ask his sister anything. After the scene is cut, we are shown Su-in again, who is going back to her job, but she notices that a lot of people are looking at her in a strange way on the way, and still, she is very scared. The scene is cut, and we are shown an unknown girl who had brought a man to an empty building. Suddenly, a lot of people come inside this building, and the woman who had brought the man to this building. Suddenly, she splits into 5 parts and turns into a monster. It is found that she was also a parasite who brought this man to this building to kill him, and the military knows about all these parasites. Before all the parasites come together and kill this man, the military arrives here to save him, and they start attacking all the parasites with their guns. Almost all the parasites had been killed, but some also succeed in running away from here. The man's life is saved, and we find out that the military group that attacked here is called the Grey, whose mission is to kill these parasites from the earth. And the leader of all this was Choi, who had a parasite whose head was closed with a helmet by her. And with this parasite, she could reach the other parasites. Here it is shown that some strange people are following Su-in. Su-in was running away from them, and suddenly a man and a woman come in front of her. Both of them tell Su-in that you are like us, you are a parasite, and that's why you should join our gang now. The purpose of this gang was to kill humans from the ground. These parasites that had landed on the ground from the sky were actually aliens who thought the ground was a good place to live, and that's why they wanted to kill all the humans and live here. But we find out that someone is listening to all this secretly. Who was Kang-woo? He came here following his sister, about whom he was feeling that she had been doing strange things for a long time. After these 2 parasites left, Kang-woo also started to leave secretly, but Su-in found out about him, and Su-in now takes out a tentacle from her mouth and holds him and drops him close. She holds this man and says that you have to do as much as I say. As soon as she said this, she passed out. When she came to her senses, Kang-woo told her that in her unconsciousness, she talked to Kang-woo a lot. She told Kang-woo that I have a parasite inside me that can control my mind for only 10 minutes a day, and the day she was attacked, the parasites had actually cured those attacks. After telling all this, Kang-woo leaves from there, and Su-in is left worried that she didn't even know about this. So how did she tell Kang-woo? She gets worried and sits down with a diary and writes on it that, "Have I really become a parasite?" As soon as she writes this, she goes to sleep, and when she woke up, she saw that there was a lot more written in her diary. All the answers to her questions were now written in her diary. See, she gets scared. It was written in the diary that yes, you have a parasite inside you, and the day you were stabbed, that is, a parasite went inside your wounds. I cured your wounds. If I hadn't cured you, I would have died myself. Now that I have saved your life, my first duty is to protect you, and only after that I will do something else. All the things on the diary were written by the parasite inside Su-in, and she is very upset to feel this. Here we see the leader of the Grey Gang, Choi, who had called a meeting. During this meeting, we were also looking at Su-in's uncle. Choi was telling everyone about parasites here. She had caught a tentacle parasite and was telling everyone how parasites control the minds of humans. Choi was also telling everyone about the characteristics of those humans who had turned into parasites. After hearing this, Su-in's uncle comes to Su-in because he suspected that Su-in had also turned into a parasite because it was not a common thing to heal her wounds so quickly. For some reason, he plucks out one of her hair and sees that the hair had not turned into a human like a parasite. At this time, her uncle gives her a keychain and leaves. It is shown that at this time, Kang-woo's sister comes to meet her, who had met her before and told her to join the parasite gang. At that time, she says to Su-in that our father wants to meet you because you are a parasite that is able to live very well among humans. Su-in goes to a church with her without answering any question, where she sees that there were many parasites other than her. Father was telling them that our purpose of coming to this earth is to kill all the humans here, because this is the planet we deserve to live on. We see that Kang-woo was also following his sister, and in a room of this church, he finds his younger sister dead. He was in this pain, and meanwhile, a parasite sees him. And in the anger of his sister's death, Kang-woo attacks this parasite with his axe. All the parasites know about the attack on this parasite, and everyone starts chasing Kang-woo, who had run towards the jungle. Su-in, who was standing here, did not understand what to do. In chaos, she drops the keychain that her uncle had given her. On the other side, the gangsters come in front of Kang-woo, whose leader he wanted to kill. Gangster ahead, parasite behind. If Kang-woo had gone, he would have come out. Now his life was in trouble from both sides. He thinks he is going to die now. At this time, fate accompanies him. The parasites find those gangsters with Kang-woo. Because of this, they attack the gangsters. And as soon as he gets a chance, Kang-woo runs away from there. On the way here, he meets Su-in, who tells him that your life is in danger. You should run away from here now. They both run away from here and reach a car. That was Kang-woo's friend, in which they were sitting and running from here. At that time, a parasite attacks their car, which had been following them for a long time. At this time, seeing this, the parasite inside Su-in also wakes up, which told Su-in that her protection is his responsibility. The parasite inside Su-in was now fighting another parasite. In such a situation, car in which these people were sitting, the balance of the car deteriorates, and they have an accident. Su-in had left the car, but now Kang-woo's life was in danger again, because after this accident, he was about to fall into a pit along with the car. Here, first Su-in kills the other parasite, and then she reaches there to save Kang-woo. She saves Kang-woo's life with the help of her big tentacle and brings him out. After the scene is cut, we are shown the Grey Team leader, Choi, from which we know about Su-in's case, on which a man had attacked. Surprisingly, all her wounds and scars were healed in minutes. After hearing this, she believes that there must be a parasite inside Su-in, about which the investigation is carried out by Su-in's uncle. Here, Kang-woo and Su-in together tell Su-in's uncle about the parasites in the church, and here Su-in's uncle tells her that I want to meet you. After hearing this, she was also scared. She tells Kang-woo that I think my uncle has doubts about me. Kang-woo tells her not to worry. I will go with you. I won't let anything happen to you. Here, Choi also finds out that Su-in's uncle is going to meet her. That's why she puts her spies behind Su-in's uncle, so that they can also know the truth about Su-in. Su-in's uncle, who had come to meet her in the park. He asks her, "Tell me what's going on with you? Are you a parasite?" Before Su-in tells him anything, Choi comes from behind, who had a gun in her hand. She wanted to kill Su-in, but Kang-woo drives Su-in away from here, and now the Grey Team people follow them. At this time, Su-in tells Kang-woo to run away from here. I will somehow save myself, and it is shown that the parasite inside her also wakes up. Kang-woo succeeds in running away from here, and while running away, he sees that someone has killed Choi's husband. We already know that Choi's husband was also a parasite. Choi always put a helmet on his face, and because of that, she was able to catch parasites. Here Choi, who was about to catch Soo-in. We see that suddenly Soo-in fainted and fell down. Choi was sure that she was a parasite, but here Soo-in's uncle tells everyone, look, she has no holes in her head. She is a common man. Now they were saying that someone comes to Choi and tells her that someone has killed her husband, and now Choi takes off her husband's helmet and puts it on Soo-in, because with the help of this helmet, all parasites could be put under control. Soo-in is now brought to the military base. Here Choi tells her seniors during the meeting that she has caught another parasite. They were talking about Soo-in, but while sitting here, Soo-in's uncle says quickly, no, she is not a parasite. She is a common man whom these people have imprisoned. All her tests have been done, and all the tests are telling that there is no parasite in her. The authorities show the tests of Soo-in's brain, where there was no parasite in her brain. Soo-in's uncle tells the authorities that Soo-in fainted when she saw the military, and now she is in a coma. Her mental condition was not good before, and if she dies, who will be responsible? After listening to Soo-in's uncle, the authorities give orders to shift Soo-in to the headquarters. The scene cuts, and we are shown Soo-in, who is in a coma at this time. She was seeing a dream in a coma, and in the dream, she now sees the same parasite that had controlled her body. She tells Soo-in that I sent you in a coma. If I hadn't done this, you would have died. You would have been in control of that helmet. This parasite tells Soo-in that I am a little weak, can't shapeshift a human body like other parasites. That is, I can't change his body. That's why I have to hide inside you. When I came inside you, you were injured. To keep myself alive, I had to treat you first, and I protect you so that I can be safe myself. Here, Soo-in also tells her story to this parasite, her childhood story, where her dad used to beat her a lot. And to save her life, she got her dad arrested. Her mom, who had remarried, never accepted Soo-in. And in such a difficult situation, Soo-in's uncle has raised her. And at this time, the parasite tells her that you have to be strong yourself. The scene cuts, and we are shown Soo-in's uncle, who is finding Kang-woo because at the last time, he was seen with Soo-in. Here, Kang-woo was trying to escape from the city. Soo-in's uncle catches him and asks him, who are you and what were you doing with Soo-in? Do you know Soo-in's reality? In response, he says that yes, I know she is not a parasite. There is a parasite inside her, but she is completely human and she wants to help us. Here, Soo-in's uncle tells him that now Soo-in is being taken to the headquarters where experiments will be done on her. Kang-woo asks him why he should do experiments on Soo-in when there is a parasite in your team. I saw that a member of your team killed a parasite. That was Choi's husband. This was shocking for Soo-in's uncle. Soo-in's uncle shows him a group photo of his team from which Kang-woo identifies which person was the parasite. Now Kang-woo asks Soo-in's uncle, what is the purpose of catching me? So here, Soo-in's uncle tells him that I need your help. Upon reaching the headquarters, experiments will start on Soo-in and she will die. You just have to go to the police station and steal the remote that controls the parasite's helmet. And even if you get caught, I promise you that I will get you released. Kang-woo agrees to this task. On the other hand, the man of the military who was the parasite calls the parasite father and tells him that the military has caught a parasite named Soo-in. These people will do experiments on her. She is being taken to the military headquarters, and if you save her on the way, you will all be saved. It is shown that Kang-woo had also come to the military office to complete his mission. As soon as he goes inside, he fights a soldier, beats him, and wears his clothes. Before he steals the remote, Choi comes here and picks up the helmet's remote, and considering Kang-woo to be a military soldier, gives him the duty that he will stay in this systematic car in which Soo-in was being taken to the headquarters. On the way, this truck has to stop because there was a lot of traffic ahead, and this traffic was jammed by parasites. These parasites want to save Soo-in from here. The gray team, that is the military, attacks all these parasites, and the parasites also start fighting these people with their big tentacle. This fight went on for a long time, and taking advantage of this fight, Kang-woo fought with Choi and took the remote of Soo-in's helmet. He quickly opens Soo-in's helmet, saves her, and runs away from there. We see that Soo-in was also conscious on the way, and here Kang-woo tells her that your uncle is in the car behind us, and the military man sitting with him is also a parasite. As soon as she hears this, Soo-in gets scared. She was now running to save her uncle. On the other hand, that military man took Soo-in's uncle to the parasite's father, and here he tells him that I was tired of doing the job of honesty. I didn't get any money here, and that's why I decided to support the parasites. Now he was saying that the father from behind, with a big tentacle of his mouth, kills Soo-in's uncle without wasting time. And Soo-in comes here and keeps looking at this all. Her heart was hurting a lot. She was now angry, and now she turns her face into a big tentacle and fights with the father. But as we already know that Su-in's parasite does not have so much power, she can't fight father completely here. And before the father hurts her, Kang-woo comes here with his car, with which Su-in leaves. Here it is shown that father shifts his shape and turns himself into Su-in's uncle, so that he can stay in the middle of the military and find out all the plans to kill his parasites. The scene is cut and we are shown a past scene in which his sister was being killed. When she came to her house, she saw that her father was with her sister. That girl tells her sister that you are not well. Why did you come to your father? You should go to the doctor. And after hearing her word, the father thinks that maybe she has known the truth about her becoming a parasite. That's why these people decide to kill this girl. To save her life, she also sends a message to Kang-woo, but before she could send this message, her own sister, by bringing out the 4 tentacles of her face, had killed her brutal eye. The scene is cut, and we are shown the meeting of the authorities again, where all the authorities are angry at Choi that because of her, Su-in got out of her hands. Su-in apologizes to her for her mistake and says that I will catch her soon. The authorities tell her that there is going to be a big festival in her city in the coming days. They can't cancel this festival, and before the festival comes, she will have to handle the whole situation. Here it is shown that Kang-woo came to his friend's house with Su-in. He tells Su-in to take rest. We will leave this city in the morning. But Su-in replies that no, I will not leave this city. The parasites of this city have killed my uncle and I will kill them. At night, Su-in runs away from here with some money from Kang-woo. She goes out and calls Choi first, the leader of the Gray Team who was on a mission to kill the parasites. She tells her that there are 2 such officers in your office who are parasites, but you don't know about. Choi replies, how is this possible? We scanned everyone. Su-in says no. Here Su-in tells her that I saw my uncle die in front of my eyes, and now a person has come to your office in his disguise. Su-in now calls Choi to meet her alone. Su-in and Choi talk here. Choi tells her that if they are both parasites, then why did they tell us about the parasite's den? In response, Su-in says that it can also be a trap for them. Choi says, okay, let's say I listen to you. If they are cheating, then you can also cheat. If you are really a human, then join us and work for us. As soon as she says this, many soldiers come behind her who were going to make Su-in wear a helmet. That is, Choi had cheated Su-in, and now Su-in jumps from the roof to save her life, where Kang-woo had come down to help her. He actually did not want to leave Su-in alone. Kang-woo and Su-in were on their way when Kang-woo gets a call from his friend, where on the other side, Kang-woo's sister was talking on the phone, about which we already know that she has become a parasite, and she has also murdered her sister before. She now tells Kang-woo that I am with your friend. If you want to save him, then come home quickly with Su-in, otherwise I will kill him. Kang-woo promises her that he will come home with Su-in, but she does not do anything to his friend. Su-in also wanted to save Kang-woo's friend, but the problem was that the parasite inside Su-in had slept for 3 hours. In this case, Kang-woo's sister never considers her a parasite and does not listen to her. Here, Kang-woo gives her the idea that you go there and act as if you have a parasite inside you. Listening to Kang-woo, both of them go there. Su-in seems to be acting as if she has been controlled by a parasite. She tells Kang-woo's sister that you leave this man. I am ready to go anywhere with you. But with her words, Kang-woo's sister had recognized that there is no parasite inside her. She now attacks Su-in to kill her. But to save Su-in, Kang-woo now attacks his sister. In anger, Kang-woo's sister attacks all 3 of them with her tentacles. And here to save Kang-woo and Su-in's lives, Kang-woo's friend makes his sacrifice. He here controls Kang-woo's sister and gives them a chance to run away from here. Here, Su-in calls Choi again. He tells her that you don't go to their den listening to those parasites. It is their plan. If you go there, they will kill you and your officers. Choi was still not convinced. She tells her that I am also a human being. They can kill me too. You keep the phone on. Let's see who will kill whom. It is shown that all the military officers go to the church and shoot the parasites and kill them. Not only this, the parasite in Su-in's uncle's form also kills his friend to make Choi believe that he is a human being. Seeing him like this, Choi now says to Su-in, did you see? Everyone was killed and there is no parasite in my team. Now look, after killing all the parasites, it's your turn. Hearing this, Su-in cuts the phone. The scene is cut and shown that the parasite in Su-in's uncle's form is doing a conference In the conference, he himself tells everyone that all the parasites have been killed, except for 2 parasites, one of which was Su-in and the other was Kang-woo's sister. Catching this, as soon as these people will kill, their mission will be completed. This news was also seen by Su-in and Kang-woo. On the other hand, Kang-woo's sister also asks Su-in and Kang-woo, "What is all this happening? Why did this parasite kill its own people?" On which Kang-woo says that this is their big planning. In the next few days, there is going to be a festival in this city in which the mayor will come here, and that parasite wants to kill the mayor and take the mayor's face and rule over this city. Now these people were talking that Su-in gets a call from Kang-woo's sister, who was telling her that father wants to kill us now, which is completely wrong. We parasites did not come to this earth to rule over humans. We parasites came here to eat human. Before that father kills us now, I have to kill that father, and in this, I need your support. Now this father was the man who killed Su-in's uncle. She wanted revenge from him. That's why she listens to Kang-woo's sister. After Su-in's uncle's press conference, Choi also doubts him, because before, Su-in's uncle always talked about saving Ir, and now he was exposing her. When she asks Su-in's uncle about this, he does not answer her. Finally, the day of the festival also comes, and the mayor also comes to celebrate the festival. Su-in calls Choi and says that the man who is working in the military in the face of my uncle is a parasite. It shouldn't be too late. I'm going to this festival. If possible, you also come there to save humans. Now, in the face of Su-in's uncle in the festival, that man turns himself into a monster. Everyone is scared to see him, and he starts killing the people present here. It is shown here that Su-in has also met Kang-woo's sister. She says to Kang-woo's sister that I don't want to hurt you here. I just came to help you. Here, the man who was only involved with parasites for money, he comes to the parasite with the mayor, so that the parasite kills the mayor and takes his face. And now, before the parasite kills the mayor and takes his face, Kang-woo's sister comes here. Kang-woo's sister starts fighting that parasite. While Kang-woo tries to save the mayor's life, he tries to take him away from here, in which Kang-woo succeeds. But on the other hand, Kang-woo's monster sister is killed in the battle of the parasite. We see that the person who had the parasite in his body also dies. And like this parasite has no body, so he takes the head of the military man who was with him and takes control of his body. Here, the battle between Su-in and the parasite begins. As we know that the parasite inside Su-in is not very strong, so it was about to lose to another parasite. Before the parasite kills her, Choi comes from behind and shoots him. As soon as she sees a lot of military officers come here, Su-in was unconscious here. Kang-woo takes care of her here, and at this time, instead of arresting Su-in, Choi tells everyone that all the parasites have been killed here. She saved Su-in because she knew that Su-in would not harm anyone. The parasites were all over. Everything was completely normal. Kang-woo had also joined the Up the Gray team, and he invites Su-in to join his team. At the end of the series, it is shown that now Choi has come to meet a Japanese man, and by showing this, the story ends here.